Check the window operation. Inner sash seems to be a little loose, but it works okay. Upper sash, usually they're sticky, and this one is definitely sticky. Painted in too many times over the years, so that's what we're going to fix. Alright, next step in the process is to remove the sash rails here. They hold the sashes in place, and usually you can just get behind them with a putty knife a bit, and they'll pop right out. Sometimes they're painted in a little bit more, and you have to work at them a little bit harder, but they come out usually pretty easily. And once they're out, then the sashes are free to swing out, like this. Alright, let's get started taking the sash rail apart, and the ropes out of the sashes. They just come out like this. Usually it's better if you put a little bit of, this one's already real loose, so it'll come right out. There's a nail usually through the rope. Pull that out. And maybe a second nail on this one. Nope, comes right out. So a lot of times there's enough rope here to leave it in place like that. So that's this one out like that. But as you can see, this sash comes right out. This is the back side of it. It's not too bad a shape, but a lot of old crusty paint on here that we're going to strip down to the bare wood, repaint, prime, put them back together. We may put new ropes in. Certainly take a look at the lubrication on these pulleys up here and up here. And we'll clean off all the paint here, put new fresh paint on, and clean this up so that the action is real smooth and nice, and be good for another 100 years. Alright, now we're ready to take out the top sash, and before we do that, down either side here is what they call a separation rail, and it prevents the two sashes from actually butting up against each other. There's a nice chamfered style along here that the two windows close up, and then this clamp squeezes them together and prevents the weather from getting through. But in conjunction with these sash rails, separation rails along the side here, so we're going to have to take this out in order to get this top one out. It's kind of held in place by this rail, so we've got to take it out first. So we'll start by see if we can lower this down and see if we can pull out the top rail a little bit. And you can hear it kind of cracking as I move it. What you hear cracking is the paint. Hopefully I don't break the wood, although that happens sometimes. And once they're loose, they should come free pretty easily. This one looks like it's going to come out pretty nicely as is. And you can just pull it out like so. Let's see the rest of it to come out. And there it comes. Alright, so now that's out. Tools out of the way here. And now those separation rails are out, and now this one comes out. Now, when this window is all done, I'm going to put these rails back in. They'll be painted separately. They won't be painted in. And that will allow them to be easily removed. You just grab a hold with your hand and pull them out. And then that makes old windows like this just as easy to clean as the newer vinyl windows that have the flip down, clean both sides and all that. The only thing is you just have to pop these two side rails off and then pop the inner guides out. And then this window comes out like this. And you can easily pull it down, clean both sides, put it back, and it works pretty nicely. And now we've got our top sash added completely out like this. And let me turn in the light so you can see. This is what we're going to remove, all this alligator paint. There's got to be at least, I'd say 6, 8, maybe even 10 coats of paint on here. The glazing is starting to go. This one's not as bad as some, but as you can see, the glazing's starting to alligator up. So I'll put the heat gun on this, take all the paint off, take the heat gun onto the glazing, soften it up, dig it all out, take the glass out, and then after we get all the paint off on both sides, we'll sand this down nice and smooth and then start the refinishing process. And that's pretty much it.